I don't know. I don't know if any of us are going to have closure yet.
An emotional day for a Nickerson family after a jury recommends decades behind bars for the man convicted of crashing his car into them as they walked on a Kentucky sidewalk. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Herndon.
And I'm Julia Thatcher. That jury recommended a 75-year prison sentence for Michael Hurley. He's convicted of Trey Jones' murder and causing the injuries that have forever changed the lives of Amy and Ava Jones.
Yeah, the recommended prison sentence, a small comfort to the Jones family. KSN's Zena Taher has been learning what's next in the case and for the family. Zena?
Jeff, Julia, the judge in this case won't make a final decision on what sentence to hand down until December. Even so, the Jones family says having that recommended sentence and watching legal proceedings near their end is helping them on their journey of grief.
Trey Jones, a school teacher, coach, and father of 3.
He was a foundation for our community, without a doubt. Being a school teacher, not only was he a father figure to us 3, but he was a father figure to many, many more people.
Jones family saying his students looked up to him.
He gave the community a sense of safety if there had been an emergency at the high school, which is where he was at, or at the grade school. I had several people tell me we knew Trey would be there. We knew it would be okay, including the officer at the school.
Jones was hit in 2022 in Louisville while walking with his wife, Amy, and their 2 youngest children, Ava and Creek. Driver Michael Hurley ran over a sidewalk, killing Jones and severely injuring Amy and Ava.
I don't know if we'll ever have closure because with Ava's injuries, she may never fully recover.
Prosecutors say blood tests show Hurley had deadly levels of fentanyl in his system at the time of the crash.
He shouldn't have even, as far as I'm concerned, he shouldn't have even been on the street.
Jones family,
the last full family picture,
hoping the sentence will help both the Nickerson and Louisville communities move forward.
This is never going to happen to another family, at least not from him.
Yesterday, Amy Jones said she hasn't had time to grieve her husband Trey's death in between recovering from her physical injuries and helping daughter Ava cope with her traumatic brain injury, which has left her in need of a host of accommodations. The court process entering its final stage, coming to an end. That's giving Trey's family hope they can focus more attention on physical recovery and their own grief. Trey was close with all 3 of his children. He taught and coached them. His youngest son, Creek, was in elementary school when the crash happened.
Creek is not of an age where I think it fully hits him. It does fully hit him, but he doesn't talk about it. And I think it's gonna be a while before he gets to that point. So again, the closure is gonna be hard.
Amy says when the trial is over, she hopes to have more time to spend helping her family recover. Speaking after the jury handed down the recommended sentence, Trey's mother, Mary, saying Michael Hurley should not have been on the street in the first place. There is a final sentencing hearing set for December 13th. That's when the judge will decide how long Hurley's sentence will be, taking into account the jury's recommendation from today. Here for you, Zena Taher, KSN News 3.